Hi guys, so today we're going to talk about converting between exponential and logarithmic forms. From the video you just watched, hopefully you realize that a logarithm is just a way to rewrite exponents and exponential equations. So I like to call it a very simple definition is a logarithm is just a fancy exponent. So if we want to convert between logarithmic and exponential forms, we can do so because logarithmic is the inverse of an exponential. And a way I do that is I use a trick called the loop trick. What this loop trick allows us to do is to quickly convert between the two forms. So to do so, we're going to start with our logarithmic form. So log base b of a equals x. So we're going to start with our base. So our base is b. So we're going to write that down. And then we're going to go in a counterclockwise circle. So starting with b, we're going to draw our loop to x equals a. So we get b raised to the x power equals a. You saw this happen in the video you watched a few times. So hopefully that form isn't too much of a stretch. So if you look, what we just found is the same thing as our exponential form. And then if we want to go backwards, we want to go from exponential to log. We have to write the word log, obviously, because we need a log. And we're going to start with our base. So log base b, and then we draw our loop. So from b, we go to a equals x. And then if you notice, we have went from exponential to log, and that matches our log here. So that is just a way to convert between the two forms. So if we look inside at our practice, it tells us to convert from one form to the other. We are not concerned with solving for x right now. We are going to get to that. Right now, all we're concerned about is moving from one form to the next. So it says if the logarithm's base is not written, it's automatically a blank. In the video, he talked about on your calculator having a log button. And the only time the log button works on your calculator is when it's log base 10. So that's exactly what it is. We assume that a logarithm's base is base 10 when it is not written. So if we look at this first example, we have log with no base of 1,000 equals x. So I'm going to know, because there's no base written, I'm going to put a 10 as my base. And then I'm simply going to use the loop trick to convert to exponential. So remember, with doing that, we start with our base 10, and then we draw our loop. So 10 to the x equals 1,000. And we have converted to exponential form. So remember, we are not concerned with solving for x right now. All we want is to convert that between the two forms. So what I want you to do is pause this video and look at these next two examples, log base 5 and log base 7. And I want you to convert those to exponential form. So check your answers and make sure you got exactly what I got. So look at our second row. This one, we are starting with exponential form and moving into log form. The way we know that is because there's not a log written, okay? It's that simple. Don't overthink it. So because we're moving from exponential to log, we need to write the word log. And then start with our base again. So our base here is 10. So we're going to say log base 10. And then we're going to draw our loop. Log base 10 of 0.001 equals x. And that's it. So once again, pause this video and try the rest of these in that row. All right, so check your answers with mine. Make sure you got what I got. And then lastly, pause the video, try the rest of these examples. All right, check your answers with mine. Make sure you got what I got.